Hi Dan, thanks for the golf lesson. I looked over all your swings and it's definitely looking better. Grip looks nice. That's that's a huge thing. Took me a while to get my grip. Then the other movements in your swing, everything's looking better. It's just when you're a low digit handicap player or a better player, pros, things like that. It's all small, minute movements now, and they are a lot harder to fix than, say, a 15 handicap player who's got some weird movement. Well, that's a giant move. It's very easy to feel the difference. Somebody that's coming over the top or never moved their feet before and things like that. So those sort of people, they have giant moves or giant bad moves in their swing, which is easy to fix. The problem with being a better player is, and it's the same for myself, it's these very minute little positions, and it's very tough to feel them on your own sometimes. And I still get my video camera out and look at my swing on it, or have Paul look at it and things like that, because it's the difference between inches or half inch away and things like that now, which it becomes very, very difficult to work on these things and get them down correctly each time. And one slight wrong movement and you could be off the track. So I like that you got, you want me to look at your swing very close after your last lesson or when you was out here, which is good. So you don't veer off track too far or severe now. So first thing I see would be your takeaway. We're just going to work on three things. First thing is your takeaway. I still see a little bit of a two-piece takeaway there. I still see your hands moving a lot more than the body is telling your golf club to move. So golf club's moved a lot, your body hasn't moved that much. So I would keep on working on this one-piece takeaway. Remember, when your hands are about a foot away from your right hip, you should still see this letter Y here. Right now, it's up in this area. As I said, it's very small, but that small move is huge in the shape of your swing. So, keep working on this one-piece takeaway. Bring it back to here and hit shots, but go gently at it. Keep videoing yourself for that one. That should be a pretty easy thing for you to fix. One-piece takeaway moves have been around for a while. This one, just move the club back 1 foot, that's all that's moved, and then hit your shot. That's a good one. Also, I think this is a Ledbetter drill actually. Kind of 1, 2, and your third one, hit the shot. So you do 2 pumps with the hands, or just the shoulders turning, and then on the third actually hit a shot. Okay, so that would be the 2 ways you could work on the one-piece takeaway. Just remember, we're trying to just maintain this letter Y a little bit longer. Right now it's just breaking down just a little bit. Okay, so that's one. The second thing is, and a lot of people creep into this way, we're trying to get your head moving when you was here. You've kind of falsely preset your head. So you're setting up not 50-50 with everything, head right in the middle. Your head is actually behind the ball too much. You're looking like this, taking the setup. You're kind of cheating on getting the head moving. So you want it very 50-50, very centered. If you were just standing straight up and down, you would never stand here like this. So it's the same. If I was just standing here talking to you, I would be straight up and down. My head would be right in the middle of my stance. Right now, if we were talking to each other normally, you would be standing kind of off to the side a little bit, and it would look weird. So try and feel, a good way is standing up tall, standing normal, and then just get into your setup and start feeling that way. You're just kind of presetting your head behind the ball a little bit, which not only does look weird, it can get you too far tilted behind it, which is the third thing we're going to talk about. With your head behind the ball, starting behind the ball too much, now you're also moving your head and you're getting way too far behind it, which is, they're kind of one of the same. You still have the slide, unfortunately. I had a massive slide in my swing. Paul had a massive slide in his swing. I know what it takes to get out of it, and it's very, very, very tough. It took me, a long while to get rid of my slide. Mine was so bad, I used to rip the soles off of my shoe because my foot would slide into it so bad. And I would have that block that went 40, 50 yards to the right. It would be the shot that came out of nowhere. I'm hitting the ball great, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm 50 yards out of bounds and don't know what just happened. So slide is very tough. You got to go slow at it. It might be a week or two, kind of minimum, of going very slow, feeling this left leg going straight back. And I would be hitting shots at 20%, hitting the 7-iron 100 yards. I know it feels like you're taking baby steps, but I'm telling you, once you get rid of this slide, that's when your ball just goes down the middle every time, and it makes the golf swing very consistent. But it takes a lot of patience. I still have my stacks of videotapes of when I was trying to get rid of it, and every day I'm filming it going slow, getting that left leg straightening. I almost felt like I was coming over the top of everything, because that would be the opposite than going too much this way. It's just, you have to take this in baby steps and really over exaggerate it more than even necessary, because if you don't, this will creep in every now and again. I still have a little bit of a slide, like my hip still goes a little sideways before I start turning, but I'm always thinking of turning, so it's slowly creeping out of my swing. When I got rid of my slide, it was probably in 2006, 2007, so as you can see, it's quite a few years later. I've still got, there's a hair of it there. There's not as much as, I used to be. I'm not ripping soles off shoes anymore. So you got to just feel that left leg straightening, going straight back all the time. And I would be going very, very, very slow at it. Go up to the top, straighten the leg. Do little itty bitty swings like that, where it has to take 100% concentration on that left leg. And this is kind of the key to your swing to get into that next level of an awesome player. You've got a great looking golf swing right now, but you always kind of linger at, say a 5 handicap or a 6 handicap. You'll never get to that, scratch or even a plus. So, unless you want to put in the 8 to 10 hours a day of practicing to groove that slide. And that's what I had to do. I could never take a day off golf because I had to constantly groove that slide, make sure it was perfect all the time, which it can never be perfect. But, I had to do 8 to 10 hours a day of practicing. I'm sure you have better things to do with your life. So, just keep going slow at it. Make sure that hip doesn't go sideways, because right now you're looking like that coming into the ball. Like the leg's coming off nicely in that, but it's this hip and your body is just way too tilted to the right. Should never be that far right. You kind of started behind the ball, you're moving your head, and now you're going sideways and you're looking like this at impact. Like it's too much. Even that there is hurting my hip. So I hit shots where I really felt like I came over the top on it. I know that sounds counterproductive, but it's just trying to get rid of that slide, feeling that left leg going back. You can feel like this left wallet pocket is going back over that way, back behind you and to the right. So one is that feeling of coming over the top, feeling like that left leg is going straight back. It won't come over the top because you're just trying to get that feeling, trying to over exaggerate it. What I really would be doing is just go slow and feel that left leg straightening, going straight back. Or the other one, put a shaft in the ground, like a broken shaft right here, and just do swings where you completely miss it all the time. So a shaft or umbrella in the ground, you can put a chair there, just something so you can consciously know, I cannot touch that. So you do your swing and you miss it every time. You just cannot touch it. Also the left wallet pocket going back kind of over that way. It's kind of back right of me, basically. So just some kind of ways there you can keep working on it. What I would do, try that for 2-3 weeks. Just send me a video. I'll take a quick look and say yay or nay type thing. Don't worry about the video lesson. Just want to make sure you're on the right track. So I would say in like 2 weeks time, kind of solely work on those legs on the slide. You don't have to do the one-piece takeaway right now. That's not high on the priority list. Get the setup more even, and then just keep working on this left leg straightening. It's got to go straight back. It can't keep going sideways. Okay, Dan. So other than that, I mean, the swing it's a great looking golf swing. So just keep working on that, and as I said, just send me a quick video in 2 weeks probably, and just see what it looks like. Okay? Thanks, Dan.